Semen retention is a lifestyle, and it's one part of a holistic lifestyle. It's important to understand this isn't just something you're going to do 1 month out of the year and then go back to your old habits. This is something you commit to. Welcome, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual and self-mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. In this video, you're going to learn 5 ways to master semen retention in this modern world, 2022. I personally have been practicing semen retention since 2013 in a sustainable way. So it's not something I have to think about and force my way through. It's simply part of my lifestyle, and that's what it will be for you if you follow what I'm going to share with you in this video. So first of all, it's important to understand semen retention is a lifestyle, and it's one part of a holistic lifestyle. It's not going to fix all of your problems for you. It's not going to magically give you superpowers overnight, but if you practice it in a balanced and sustainable way, it will cause some tremendous improvements to all areas of your life. And I know a lot of you are watching this because of No Nut November. That's great, but it's important to understand this isn't just something you're going to do 1 month out of the year and then go back to your old habits. This is something you commit to. And again, if you want to make it a sustainable lifestyle, so it's not something you have to force your way through every day, but becomes as natural as brushing your teeth, then you must do this in a balanced way and have the right intentions here. So number 1, it's important that you have a very good reason for practicing semen retention. It should not be something superficial. If you're just looking to get more women, get more approval from others, get more attention, these are all superficial reasons. And if this is your only reason for doing semen retention, it means that you're a people pleaser and you're going to fail. The reason I practice semen retention is because it gives me more energy, more creativity, more focus, better health, more drive, higher testosterone levels, more orgasmic sex. We'll get more into that, and much, much more. I think a good reason for all men to practice semen retention is to have more juice, more creativity, more drive and clarity in their life, to become better men so that they can make the world around them a better place rather than just trying to accumulate more social status, money, trophy women. You need a really deep reason that goes beyond surface level things to really be successful with this. Number 2, it's important that you change your habits. We often become creatures of habit, and when we have the same things we do every single day, the same sort of momentum and routine, we get stuck in a certain way of living. So if you're trying to change an aspect of your being, if you're trying to stop jerking off to porn, if you're trying to have a different connection to your sexual energy, it's really important you start to change up your day, change up who you are, change up the things that you're doing, start to get up early, have a productive morning routine, practice meditation, exercise, practice Qigong and yoga. We'll get more into this. Spend less time scrolling through social media. Obviously, don't spend time on porn sites, and start to build positive habits. Again, a holistic lifestyle is looking at all aspects of your life, your mind and body, and what you're doing every day. It's not just about your ejaculation habits. That's just one part of it, and a very important one as well, but looking at everything here and changing your overall habits. Number 3 is to be productive in your life. This is the big thing that a lot of men run into, is that they're practice semen retention, and this increases, we could say, their energetic input. They have more raw energy to work with. But if you don't change your energetic output, if you're still doing the same things, now you just have an intensified energy level, it's going to drive you crazy because you're not really doing anything with that excess energy. So eventually it will just drive you to go on Pornhub and ejaculate. So if you're going to build up this raw charge of sexual energy, you must have more of an output. You need something good to put it into. And again, this is why having a good reason for practicing semen retention is essential. Working towards your life's purpose with this energy will be very important. Make it about something bigger than yourself. And this productivity will be different for everyone, but something I think is very important is to have creative outlets. Sexual energy is creative energy. It wants to create. And if you're not creating anything, if you're just stuck in a routine, working a minimum wage job, kind of going nowhere in your life, your sexual energy is not being properly expressed. You must create, whether that's art, whether that's building something with your hands, whether that's building a business. You want to be creative. So if you don't already, it's extremely important that you have outlets and hobbies that engage your creative energy, and you will be less likely to act out on impulsive sexual desires. Turn off your phone for extended periods throughout the day. Don't even get on your phone until you've been awake for an hour or two and had a solid morning routine first. Read books, do self-development, study spirituality, practice meditation, exercise your body, exercise your mind, learn new skills. Hang out with people who are also on this path of self-mastery as well. Number 4 is to learn how to circulate your sexual energy. This is essential. If you aren't able to do this, I guarantee that semen retention is going to be a very short-term thing for you. This is what sexual kung fu is all about. What a lot of men don't understand is that there's more to semen retention than simply not ejaculating. And in fact, most men get so focused on trying to stop ejaculation, trying to stop and withhold their energy, that they stop it from flowing in their lives. The primary focus of sexual kung fu is not to never ejaculate. The primary focus is to use that sexual energy, recycle it internally, channel it through your body, harvest that energy. And when you get good at that, having no desire to ejaculate becomes a natural byproduct. So you see the difference between forcing yourself to never ejaculate versus changing the structure of your body and mind and the dynamic of your sexual energy for you, where it's natural to go long periods of time without ejaculating, becomes an effortless path of self-mastery. This is why in sexual kung fu I teach qigong exercises, breath work, meditation practices to circulate the energy through your body. The most important one being the microcosmic orbit. This is an essential practice that you'll want to get really good at, which is also a foundation for directly circulating your sexual energy through the testicle breathing or orgasmic breathing practice. Check out my testicle breathing video. This is going to be your number one practice you do every day if you're practicing semen retention that will keep the energy flowing. Because again, the problem men run into is that practicing semen retention, they build up all this raw sexual energy. It stays in the balls, and that just amplifies the energy of the lower body, amplifies your horniness, amplifies your lower impulses to just gain social status, to gain power over others. And that's fine, but you're going to run into a dead end when that's your only experience in life. So by circulating the energy to the upper centers of the body, it changes the form of it. It refines and alchemizes that sexual energy. It changes from this raw, animalistic, impulsive energy into a more heart-centered, spiritually centered energy that drives you to connect deeper to yourself, connect to others around you from a space of respect, compassion, and love. And it also opens the higher centers to a sense of cosmic connection with the spiritual realms, understanding there's more to life than just accumulating physical things, but that we have a real mission here being in the physical realm. And having this dynamic of the sexual energy flowing upwards through the body connects you more to your true authentic self. And this is how you channel the sexual energy and transmute it into pure creative energy. So whatever you're doing, that sexual energy is flooding through your energy channels. It's pouring into everything you're doing and amplifying it. Your sexual energy stays fluid and flowing. You feel good. You do not feel stuck and stagnant. If you're practicing semen retention and you feel angry, extremely sexually frustrated, irritable, and just stuck in your mind, your body, and in your life, it means your sexual energy is stagnant, and this can be a dangerous path to stay on. Number 5 is learning to have non-ejaculatory orgasms. I think this is an essential skill if you're going to practice semen retention, because there's a big difference between practicing celibacy and practicing the sexual kung fu lifestyle. Celibacy often requires suppressing your sex drive, suppressing your sexual desires, kind of stuffing them down in your body, thinking that you've mastered it when you've really just, put it in the closet to deal with later. But eventually that powerful impulse grows and grows until you lose your grip on it, and it makes you act in, often weird ways. This is one reason why a lot of men are trying to do semen retention, and they alternate going long periods of time practicing retention with going into periods of binge watching porn and jerking off 3 times a day for days or weeks on end, and then the whole cycle repeats itself. That's a cycle of extreme polarity, being very, very up and very, very down, and it's exhausting in the long run. So instead of suppressing your sexual energy, you want to change the way you express it, change the way it experiences. Obviously, having sex or masturbating every day and ejaculating is harmful to your life force, but you can learn to redirect how you experience orgasm so that instead of the energy flowing out of your body and ejaculate, you bring the sexual energy, the arousal, the orgasm upwards in your body, holding the semen in throughout orgasm, not losing any energy from orgasm, actually gaining energy, cultivating energy, recycling it, circulating and exchanging the energy with your partner. You both gain, you're deeply healed by this, and it charges you up. This way you can have as much sex as you want, and it's actually extremely beneficial for you, and you have all the benefits of semen retention. Because let's face it, you really want to go the rest of your life without sex and orgasm? I think these are very natural human experiences which are beneficial to us. But when you learn to do it in the right way, in a harmonious way, it tremendously benefits your entire being versus alternating extreme suppression with extreme indulgence. Then one final point I want to make here is that if you do ejaculate, it doesn't mean you've lost everything. Some people ask me, oh, if I practice semen retention for 90 days, then I ejaculate, have I lost everything? No, you haven't. It's not really that simple. You're going to ejaculate again sometime. I think for most men, cyclic retention, going at least, a month or so between ejaculations, is the most harmonious and actually best for your hormones, your endocrine system, your energy levels, and your fluidity in the long run. So if you do ejaculate, if you slip back into old habits, accept it. Accept that you made the decision to do that, and instead of being a whiny bitch and giving up, keep going. Understand that this is a process. It's not like you just arrive at this place where everything's perfect all of a sudden. It's a constant process of constant self-discipline, self-development, and doing your work every day. The most important thing is that you have a daily practice. I highly encourage you to do Qigong and meditation practice. Check out my Qigong playlist, and also check out my breathwork practices for some really great exercises you can do every single day to keep yourself in the flow, keep your energy flowing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're committed to practicing semen retention for No Nut November, but most importantly, beyond, as a lifestyle rather than just 1 month out of the year as a trend. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and take care, my friends.